Oh, what is going on, people? Today we are going to be on the dev build showcasing the newest brawler in Brawl Stars coming out this month. We've got Damian. Now, Damian's going to be releasing in April, which means by the time the update drops, which will be, by the time you're seeing this, probably within a few days, realistically, of this video dropping. So yeah, his early access is going to start very soon, and we're going to go over in this video everything you need to know about this brawler, from his kit to how strong I think he's going to be, if he's worth grouping up with your friends and locking in and sweating your balls off, or if he's just kind of like a whatever brawler that you can pass on. And let me tell you guys, spoiler alert, this brawler, I think he's gonna be pretty fucking crazy. He looks really wild, just from the little bit of playing around that I've done with him. So yeah, I guess let's just jump right into it. And if you enjoy the video, be sure to like and subscribe, because I will be doing more brawler breakdowns of the next 2 new brawlers also coming after Damian. Ooh. In the next couple days, I'll be doing that. And also use code BELLUM in the Brawl Stars shop to get a build as fucking fabulous as this guy's, bro. Holy shit, this guy is actually built like a sumo wrestler. He's ready to rock and roll. So let's jump right into the brawler without further ado. All right, starting off, I think with his stats, Damian is a tank, and that means he also does have the tank trait, so he gets his super automatically from taking damage. He has 11k HP, has a fast movement speed, kind of standard with a lot of tanks these days. And his attack is kind of interesting. So Damian's basic attack is just like a quick 1400 punch, and he actually has a charge bar. If you see at the bottom, it doesn't charge automatically if you punch, but it charges when you hit someone. So when you hit someone, it charges like kind of halfway, and it doesn't decay. But then if you hit someone again, then it's charged, and then you have like this little glowing thing around you, and also the red bar kind of ticks down over time, and if you use the attack, it wastes the bar. The bar itself is kind of like a knockback attack that lights them with like a debuff, and then they explode right after. So the attack itself does a bonus 1000 damage compared to his normal punch, and then when you actually knock the enemy around, it hits them for 2400 and then lights them on fire with a debuff that explodes after like a quick half second for 1600 damage. And then this debuff actually will spread, and what I mean by that is if you knock him into enemies and the explosion hits the enemies then get marked and then explodes, and then it'll keep marking the enemies with the subsequent explosions until someone is dead, which means that you can actually, like, if enemies are grouped up, you can punish them really hard with this, because it'll just keep like exploding over and over again. 1600 damage. If you combine this with like a terrapole, or I don't know, just any enemies that are like grouped up, like this can go absolutely insane in terms of the damage output. You can also see right there that Damian's punches themselves do in fact pierce enemies. So that's also another nice thing. It's not like a single target thing. You know, if they're low enough HP, they just all like instantly explode like this. His unload speed is also pretty fast too. So like, you actually, kind of an interesting thing, I think occasionally you can actually, you can attack without triggering your third explosion apart. Like if you unload fast enough. Like check this out. Like there, I unloaded my third attack, and it wasn't an explosion attack, even though it was on the third hit. It's kind of strange. I don't really know. I think it's like, it must be that it charges the bar if it hits, but you're unloading your third attack before the second attack hit has like registered, if that makes sense. And that's like at least my guess as to what's happening. And so yeah, you can, like, if you just spam auto aim, sometimes the third attack won't knock them back if you're like at max range, because his range is not like that short, if that makes sense. It has its quirks. But up close, his DPS is low-key not that high, because as you can see, like, I'm punching him up close and he's like, you know, it's not the most impressive amount of damage, if we're being honest with ourselves. But the main thing with Damian is the fact that his super is insanely disruptive. When he uses his super, he jumps in the air and then puts his enemy in like a little ring. If the enemy touches the ring, they take 1400 damage and gets knocked back, and that will interrupt stuff too. So you can like do this thing with Damian where you keep punching them and you keep pushing them against the wall, and they keep taking the damage from the wall while also taking the explosion damage and all of like your head attack damage while they're being bounced around. You can rack up some pretty decent damage with that, and especially because his attack is a jump, right? It'll go over walls. Like this brawler, and with the walls that he sets down, he's like he's a very disruptive tank. He's kind of like a weird Meeple plus El Primo, where he's like kind of a controller but also like, you know, a tank at the same time. It's really interesting, and I actually really like his. I think it's it'll be very fun to play around, but gonna be very annoying to face. You know, having like an interrupt on every third attack is pretty disgusting, if we're being honest with ourselves. Like, that is something about that is just kind of gross. The walls themselves can also be broken. You can see here the Jessie broke my wall in just one shot. So okay, holy shit, that was crazy. So the walls will go down in about 2000 damage worth of damage. The other thing to note is it looks like some brawlers with their abilities here, like, I don't know if I can get the Mandy to shoot at me here, but yeah, the super does not damage the walls for some reason. I don't know why, but there's just some abilities, like I think if it goes through walls, it will not count for like damage against the walls themselves. Kind of strange. Damian himself can also walk through the walls themselves, so yeah, they're not going to stop him. It just stops enemies from walking unless they break it. It only takes like 2000 damage to break it though, so it's really not too difficult to escape the cage if you just have an ammo save. Although the fact that you have to spend an ammo to escape his super in and of itself, I think is actually going to be quite strong in allowing Damian to basically just like get a quick 2 shots in, and then he can just jump in on you and then just instantly like bang, you just get whacked, right? Like that's going to be a very difficult combo to stop. He jumps on you, knocks you into a wall that knocks you back into him, and then he just punches you again. If I set this up right, I think I can do like a quick 2 hits, and then I knock him into the wall, and then I just punch him like this. Here's the problem though. That damage combo was okay. I mean, Sam does have like 12,000 HP, so right, like that's a lot of damage to try to deal. Looks like he can't walk into this super. I didn't know that. When enemies are knocked up in the air from his super, you actually can't hit him. Like if you spam auto aim too fast, he'll actually dodge your attack, and that will actually like that's just gonna ruin your damage combo. It's kind of like a Mina tornado, right? When they're in the air, like from the super. Oh, I'm gonna kill him before I can show that. Like you can't hit him while he's in the air at all. So it's not gonna be like totally mindless. There's gonna be a little bit of like intentionality to when you use your attacks and how you time it. I'm not doing it on purpose. If I am doing it right now. Yeah, right now at all. Yeah, it takes a little bit of practice, but I think once you get in the groove of it, I think you're going to be able to absolutely cook people with this brawler and just like timing the punches and as they land and just keep continuously like beating the shit out of them, basically. This brawler, he's going to be a real menace. Because with his tank trade, he's basically always gonna have a super on hand, and he's always gonna be there to basically ruin your life. Also, he's gonna release with a hypercharge. I think he's the only brawler of the new brawlers that's gonna release with one, which is weird. I thought they would just release all the new brawlers with a hyper, but I guess maybe it's just Damian, or maybe they'll add the hypers later. But yeah, the hypercharge, it just sets like a fire radius inside of this zone that deals 800 damage per tick. It's okay. It is kind of like a slightly better Pearl Hyper, although Pearl's Hyper is not that amazing to begin with. But I think the bigger thing is just like, you know, having that extra damage is gonna be useful. A couple interactions might change with it. It's mostly whatever though, I think. Charge rate on it is not the greatest actually. Wait, what? It takes 4 supers to charge Hyper? Wait, it takes more than 4 supers to charge a Hyper, bro, what? Okay, I don't know why it takes fucking over 4 supers to charge hypercharge. I don't know what Damian did to deserve this on release, but yeah, that's kind of weird. Maybe he gets super really often. I honestly, I've not played him in a matches, so I wouldn't really know. Like, he needs a full ammo bar at least to get super once. I'm not sure what the deal is with this hyper, but it charges kind of slow, but like, you know, it doesn't really have the most insane effect, so I guess it doesn't really matter in the end. So yeah, that's Damian's base kit. A pretty interesting brawler. I think he's going to be very fun, very mobile, very annoying in terms of like disrupting the enemy team and probably just singling out enemies to kill. I'm gonna try him out in some game modes too after this against bots, unfortunately, but let me first go over his gadgets and star powers. So Damian has pretty interesting supportive gadgets where his first one, spiritual healing, will drop a healing microphone on the floor that enemies can pick up. And so that kind of looks something like this. It's like a kind of a spike Buffy turret, and then you can just drop it on the floor. Enemies can just pick it up like a Sam glove almost. Or did I say enemies? I meant teammates. Damian himself can also pick up the thing, and it has a 15-second cooldown, so 3,200 healing burst like instantly on a 15-second cooldown is pretty fucking nutty in my opinion. Like, I think that's honestly probably better than BB's gadget in a lot of ways. Like, just in terms of like the sheer healing output that he gets. It's gonna make him so survivable. Like, even though you can give it to your teammates, you can probably just like throw a healing thing in a ring and then land with it and then pick it up as you like start wailing on someone, and that will probably make you unkillable if we're being real, barring an enemy who has like a stun who can like prevent you from moving or whatever. The microphone alone will also just kind of sit here, I think it looks like, and when you place a new one down, it'll disappear. But I don't know how long this one itself will last on the floor. I'm not going to sit here for like 10 minutes to find out, but someone is going to pick it up or you're going to put a new one. It's like a Spike Buffy cactus. Like, it's exactly like that. Pretty strong gadget overall on a 15-second cooldown. That is really low for a gadget that provides 3,200 healing to anybody. You can give it to yourself, you can give it to your teammates. Like that the utility in this one is actually insane. His other gadget though is also kind of crazy. It's Wall of Sound. He summons a temporary wall of indestructible amps. So this gadget, look, this is what it looks like when you hover it. Kind of weird. It's like a set of 3 tiles, and it looks like the orientation of like whether it's vertical or horizontal is dependent on like the angle it exists on, like from where Damian is standing. So if it's above Damian, it'll be horizontal, or below Damian, it'll be horizontal. But if it's to the left or right, it'll be vertical. And like, it's kind of like, you know, like once it hits that kind of crossing threshold, it'll start switching sides. Either way though, this gadget will create a set of indestructible walls. apparently. And so wall break will not break these. And they last for about 6 or 7 seconds, it looks like, because the gadget has a 20-second cooldown, and it was on a 13-second remainder cooldown when the walls broke on their own. So kind of a lot of potential with this gadget. If you think about it, it's low-key a better version of Jackie's rebuild in a lot of ways, where like you get to just set a wall whenever you want that's indestructible. You can use it to like body block for teammates, right? You can use it to wall off choke points. You can use it for a lot of stuff. This gadget has so much potential in terms of like its disruptiveness, but I think the biggest thing, well, maybe not the biggest thing, honestly. Okay, this is also just one thing you can do with it, is that you can combo like your knockback with the gadget. And so like if you knock an enemy into a wall, there is a star power that Damian has. Actually, that's kind of supposed, but we'll just move on to the next ability. There's a star power here called Crowd Kill, where if you knock and target into a wall, it'll stun them for 0.5 seconds. I did not realize Damian had a stun ability, but he does have that too. And so I think combining it with this wall of sound gadget, you can low-key make some cool plays where you stun an enemy into a wall and then just keep like beating the shit out of them. But also, like I said, like throwing it on choke points, like using it to body block, and taking space, just generally being really difficult to kill. I was like, actually, if you think about it, if the healing gadget is like a spike cactus, then the wall of sound is literally a spike cactus but on steroids, because this one is actually indestructible and it will eat infinite damage so long as it's up for 6 or 7 seconds. So you can just throw it on a choke point and cover yourself as you walk up and take free space, and then you're just in like a good position now, and then enemies can't push, right? Like this gadget I think might actually be low-key broken. It feels like a better sprout wall or meeple dice in some ways, and it's just on a green button. Like, I don't know, there's a lot of room with this gadget, and especially combined with the star power too. Like, I think this brawler's gonna be fucking crazy. I mean, obviously it has a knockback on his basic attack, and he has a jump super that like creates walls and walls people. Like, I mean, you know, 10k HP, tank trade, it is what it is. His second star power, vulgar display of punch. Damian has a flaming fist during a super which burns enemies. I have not tried this one myself personally. All the other abilities I like played around with it because I couldn't help myself. I was like, oh my god, I got access to the dev build. Whoa, it's time to fuck around and leak everything. Okay, so apparently during his super, Damian has a flaming fist. Oh, I think what this means is that when you super normally, Damian, yeah, he doesn't have his charge bar filled. But if you have this star power on, then when you jump in, Damian has his charge bar filled, and now he can just immediately start knocking you back. Okay, I'm not sure how to necessarily feel about this. I think this star power might actually be better, bro. I'm not sure. Like, I mean, I guess the question is, how important is like a half-second stun? You know, like it's not gonna matter in this arena because there's no walls to knock enemies into. It'll combo better with this gadget, for example. But a half-second stun is like, does it matter? I don't know. It's actually even hard to see if the spot is getting stunned. Why is it like he doesn't have a stun visible like indicator? Okay, I think he was getting stunned. Like the boss isn't like wiggling after he gets to the wall anymore. Like a knockback is still a knockback though, you know what I mean? Like if you get knocked into the wall, you're still gonna get all of your shit interrupted, and you can't attack while you're being sent backwards. So like, but like having a free knockback like with a fire impact with every super, because in this arena he actually kind of cycles it pretty fast, I'm realizing. So maybe an over 4 super hypercharge cycle is not so outlandish when you can just kind of keep punching people in this area. I think I messed up a puncher when he was in the air. Like, maybe this actually kind of is low-key underrated. And you can just keep, like, doing this. Oh, I missed my punch there. That would have killed him. Okay. Interesting. Guys, I low-key think this is going to be, like, the build of all time. This star power with this gadget, heal or heal depending on what you want, but I think this gadget is just too good to give up on. I don't think you could reasonably give up on the value of indestructible wall every 20 seconds. That just seems too strong to drop. But although, like, but the heal is insane and will change so many interactions. Let me actually really quickly double check too. You can bring people over walls if you hit them right. That's interesting. Okay, one thing that I kind of want to test is to see if the fire damage is impacted by damage gear. So here it does 2700. He explodes for 1600. Okay, so the explosion damage is not impacted by damage gear, just the punch itself. But 2800 damage on a punch is still pretty good, considering like the damage combos that he can rack up, right? Also kind of interesting, but I don't know if you noticed, but I think I can bring people over walls with the super bounce. That's cool. I don't know if that'll matter or like be relevant at all. But yeah, that's interesting. I want to jump into some games really quick and test out how he does in different game modes. Unfortunately, I'm only going to be playing against robots, so this might not be like the greatest footage of all time, but I mean, I think it'll still be interesting to see some interaction tests out, like with this. So here we're just going to walk up and throw an indestructible wall on this middle point. Now the Gale is trapped and he's probably just dead. Dude, look at this. Look at the value that just one green button got. That's so... Dude, there's so many maps in this game that have choke points like that. Like, I don't know if that's gonna be, like, balanced at all. Does that not seem crazy? I got it off cooldown here. I can just set another one back. Wait, what? How did they kill my shit? Knock this Gale into the enemies here. They just explode and the 8-bit dies. Okay. Or no, he gets knocked back. Let me see if this... Okay, so the wall does not impact or damage the high safe at all. Look, I can super here, so like a K super, and hit the safe with it. It just doesn't deal any damage to it. So that's not going to be like too insane, but this wall is just so fucked. Oh, I'm going to die. Whoa. Whoa. Yo, what the fuck is going on? What? How did I just kill them all there? Okay, this brawler is gonna do some silly shit, dude. This brawler is absolutely gonna do some absolute silly shit. Let me super in here. Oh my god, I got 2. Oh, the 8-bit kills me. Oh my goodness. Oh. You know, the other interesting thing is, like, the effects are very flashy with this brawler, but, like, on its face, the actual damage output is not, like, the highest. Obviously, like, 2400 damage, it's good. And, like, basic attacks dealing, like, you know, 1600, it's, like, it's fine, but... Oh my, I'm just a jumpy guy, huh? Like, the actual DPS on a single target, I think, isn't the most impressive unless you have super plus, like, you know, you're chaining your combos. Still, though, this is... I mean, this brawler's this is crazy. This brawler's so broken, man. He just, like, has so much HP. And with the tank tree, I just don't know how you're gonna stop. Like, obviously, you're gonna need Shelly or some CC, like, maybe Colette? Actually, Colette might not be a bad counter if he doesn't have heal. Let's just throw a wall here, see what happens. They're probably just dead now. Okay. I mean, I'm playing against bots. This is not, like obviously, guys, I'm playing against robots. This is not, like, the most impressive thing ever. Why was my bar full there? What? Okay, I don't know what happened. This brawler might be a little bit buggy, low-key. Alright, let's just full send it. I don't know. We have star power, so if we send it, we just, like, get stuff. Throw a wall in here. Maybe a throw of a wall. But we were able to take out the RT. I am marked, so I'll die in one hit. I don't know why El Primo was, like, visible there. He was, like, flashing visible. Did you see that? Okay. Yeah, I mean, you know, on some level, I'm looking at what he's doing, and I'm like, even if I was playing against real people, I'm not sure if they would be able to do anything different to, like, save their lives. Here we're facing kind of triple control, I think it looks like, and maybe, like, one Colt. Just throw a wall here. I don't know if that's gonna do anything. The bot movement is, like, not that good. So, this is probably gonna be just us running them down. Okay, we'll just super in here, get our knockback immediately, and then just chain explosions. Holy shit. One thing I actually wanted to test out, though, was if the wall... okay, I think on Heist what must have happened was that the wall must have broken because, like, it'll break from shields. Brawl Ball will go through all of the balls, or the Brawl Ball will go through the walls. Okay, oh, we do go down there. Wonder if I throw a wall first. Okay, I don't know if that really did anything. Okay, I think the wall does not combo so well with the super. Like, if you're gonna super in, you might as well just use the super, you know? Like, there's no point. Oh, we go down. Okay, I'm noticing, I feel like I'm seeing a lot of moments where I'm punching before my bar is charged or something, and the charge bar is not getting activated. I'm not sure what is going on with this character. like to be honest, there's just a lot going on with this character, and I'm not, like, paying attention fully on stuff. But his mobility is crazy. Like, I'm just hopping, man. I'm a jumpy guy. Yeah, okay. I mean, low-key, let's actually try switching gadgets and see if that goes better for us. I'm just curious to see the interactions here. Oh, don't worry about, like, the pro icons on the enemy team. These are all robots. I don't think there's not one pro in this lobby. Just throw a heal thing. You know, this kind of reminds me a little bit of, like, Gus's Ghost Pop, actually. It's funny that we're facing a Gus here, and we have literally his entire, like, trait thing, but ours is better because it heals for more, and we can control where we put it down without wasting an attack or needing to hit an enemy first. Like, I'm just healing my teammates there for 3200, and I'm not even going in myself. We jump in on this Melody. Oh, we don't hit her? There is a Poco here. We'll just punch him to death. Go in with another super. Punch the Gus into the thing. Is Melody not able to walk through that? What's going on? Okay, let's just knock them back. Oh my god. Yeah, like, bro, this brawler is going to be so punishing against people who, like, group up, too. drop a heal for myself. We pick that up. We heal up to almost not full, but like we heal up a lot, and then we can walk out too. Damn, bro. It's like kind of, he's just like putting down like a wall of shield, even though it is breakable. Like you can just put stuff down. Heal myself back up here, jump back in. Oh, I don't hit the gust into the thing, but I think it's fine. Oh. Yeah, I don't mean, this brawler is... Yeah, this brawler's broken, bro. I think just because of the versatility of his gadget, you're going to be able to use him in like passive modes, bounty, knockout, whatever. The wall, I think, is unironically going to be extremely meta on heist, just to wall up choke points. I bet you can prevent Chuck from supering on your heist safe. Set up your wall up, I mean, in between his posts. That is going to be kind of crazy to see. And once he has super, I think with this like insta charge fire punch star power, like you're just always gonna have a guaranteed kill. But the healing too is also like pretty versatile, and you can use it in so many contexts if the wall gadget ever gets nerfed. I think the way to nerf it would be to make it like break sooner, so it doesn't last 6 or 7 seconds and instead lasts only 3. But we're already talking about nerfs when the brawler's not even out yet, so let's wait and see when the brawler releases how he really fares in like ranked and trophies. But it'd be, guys, he's just like this. Dude, I mean, this brawler is crazy. A brawler with this many ways to knock you around despite having insane mobility and 11k HP and decent damage and a way to set down walls is like this. Yeah, I mean, this is just gonna be a ridiculous brawler. That's gonna be it for me for this video. Let me know if you liked or disliked this format. If you have any, I don't know, thoughts on how I can do this better for the next 2 brawlers that are coming out, because I'm going to try to do a similar thing here. If you have any other questions too of like stuff that I didn't go over on this brawler, ask them in the comments and I will respond to you. Like, you know, if you have a question, like one thing that always has bugged me about other YouTubers doing their sneak peeks is that they don't show certain things. Like hypercharge charge rate is one thing that always bothered me. Like, why don't you show this? Please, I want to know. Or like if there's like a certain tech that like you have thought about, but I haven't done in this video, write it down and I'll try it and I'll let you know if it works. And I'll maybe even update you guys in the following video or whatever in the next brawler sneak peek. So yeah, let me know if there's any way for me to improve this. Also, leave comments. I'm open to any feedback. That's gonna be it for me though for this video. Damian's broken. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you all in the next one. Love you. Peace. Bye. Mwah.